Hey, you guys, welcome back to the second podcast of Victoria's Life. Today, the title is Why Does Giving Make Me Happy? Basically, I want to say, live to give. And that is the answer to happiness for me right now. And I will take you through the reasons and how you can relate to those reasons and make a difference in your life. And for those who of you have come back for this podcast, I want to thank you for your support and for your understanding. And I'm really happy to communicate with you in this totally different language because it makes me more expressive in some way. So the reason I want to share this piece of information with you, live to give, giving is rewarding, it came from what I did tonight, just about a few minutes ago. I just ended a online event with my students from the gratitude course and the healing course. I organized tonight's meditation online events. I put people all together. We meditate on the same theme, which is love. And I mentioned a few things I've learned in recent days. And one of the topics really shined through, which is giving. So why does giving makes people happy? I know there are evidence on scientific or psychological aspects, but I just want to say how I feel about it personally, so that you could relate to it better and easier on a personal level. When sometimes I feel depressed or hypercritical about myself, my life is not okay. My mood is shitty. My focus is not set on what I can do, but rather how much that I lack. Thinking in this way will never really make me better. It always put me down. Because you wake up and you think, oh, okay, how am I not good enough today? And then you compare, and I compare myself to other people's work and thinking, oh, I would never achieve that, or oh, I don't want to put that much effort into that to make it look cooler or more popular. I just don't care about the format or how you deliver your content. But mostly I care about the sincere emotions behind it and my, real thoughts. Be myself in the videos. And I think that is inspiring. That inspires people to, like people to be themselves. And that's something also I learned from Emma, the YouTuber that I recently discovered. If you listened the last podcast, you should have known about her. So the more I focus on what I lack, the less happy I become. So I was basically in this downward spiral, always looking for my flaws and my incapabilities, while giving puts this aspect into a totally different light. It makes me focus on what I am capable of, what I can do, and what I do have to give. It enables me, this way of thinking enables me to be more powerful, to be more mighty, to be more brave. Because if the motive of doing something is not based on my insecurity, but based on my pure goodwill to help the world, to, make you feel better, to make you improve your life, then I have no time to linger on the questions like, am I good enough today? Or am I being organized enough? I just give you what I feel is the best. I offer it to you with a full heart of mine. And that is something so healthy for my mind, for my spirit, and also for my health. Because we all know health is holistic. It's when we talk about health, it's all about the whole aspects of, mental, spiritual, emotional, physical. It all involved in this process. And when I was talking and discussing this topic with them, then we ended up talking about, so let's think about one small good thing that you can do tomorrow to make the world better or to make someone happy. So do you want to know what they came up with? So one girl said that she would write a recommendation letter for her former colleagues to give this colleague a proper, appraisal to recognize his or her, strong points, to give him a solid credit, to say that you did very well, you were impressive, and I admire you as a coworker. And this kind of comments may seem small, but it can really make someone's day. Imagine you receive a message from a person maybe you haven't heard for a really long time, and then this person tells you how great you are and how impressive they remain about you, about the true self of you. You must feel exhilarated, right? And that is an action that's so small, so seemingly insignificant, but it could change that person's day, and that person will make another person happier. It will have a ripple effect on this planet. And sometimes we think what we do is not important. It's not. What you do, it could be very important. You can give. You can make this world better from this second and on. Just like what I am doing right now. I'm recording this podcast. I'm thinking whoever that, run into this podcast will learn the value of giving, will learn the secret to happiness is not asking, is not having, is not earning, is to give. And that is precious. So that should be the gist of today's podcast. I really want to get it off my chest. In my life, so many times I have many things I want to say to you guys, but I'm not in the mood or in the physical condition to record a video, or I think it's a lot of work to edit into another video, or it's just a lot of work for some spontaneous speaking. So I think this way of recording podcast is really ideal for me to, vent out some of the thoughts. And also, you have to understand, the best way for you to grasp, to master a new thought is for you to say it out loud. You actually need to put this new thought into actual words or actual writings on the paper, because when you do output of a new thought, at that moment, and only at that moment, it becomes something of your own. It's like you bring a thought into reality. Only at that moment, you own this thought. I'm not lying to you. I mean, be honest. I know that giving is rewarding and live to give and all of that. But I tend to forget because it's a new thinking habit for me. It's a new thinking pattern. If I haven't repeated it enough, my brain will fall back to the old thinking pattern, which is, focus on my own good, focus on my own bad. Am I good enough to give? Am I good enough to, ask for money? To sink into my insecurities. And like I said, personal growth is in a upward spiral. Even though sometimes you feel like you're going down, but actually you are just in this natural process of getting better. So however you are, however you're feeling right now, I want to give you 2 kisses on your cheeks, one on the left and one on the right, and one on your forehead. I want to wish you a great day or a comfortable night of sleep. And remember that once you have become determined to give what you are, what you have, what you can, your life is on its way to be marvelous. All right? You can only become a strong leader. You can only become almighty and powerful and have all the things that you desire after you bring out the best of yourself. And that only happens when you appreciate yourself, appreciate your value. You forgive yourself for all the mistakes. You accept what you are right now, and you always give your best to the world. You do things from a goodwill. You put other people's interest in your heart. You also make yourself feel whole and taken care of and loved. That is the inner fire in you for whatever great things you want to do. The first thing that you need to take care of is yourself. Once you feel that security, that inner power, that the fullness in your heart to know that you can do anything you want. You just want to do good. And serving and giving makes you so happy. It will improve your health. It will improve your relationships. Whatever amount of money that you want to earn, you can. Okay? So those are today's words from me to you, heart to heart, mind to mind. And if you want to, like I said, really grasp and master what we said today, do an exercise. Use a piece of paper or write down in the comments what you have learned from this video. Make 3 or 5 bullet points of the phrases that really hit you in the heart. That makes you think, oh yeah, that is something I needed. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. And yeah, that's all. Good night to you all. See you. No, actually, you will be hearing from me in the next podcast. Give me some ideas on what you might want to hear also. Okay,